Hello students, in the previous part of this chapter we have read about the bar graph, right? Now we are going to solve exercise 3.3. So let's start with the question number 1. So what is question number 1? Use the bar graph figure 3.3 to answer the following question. We have given a bar graph like this. Here dogs, cats, rabbits, hamsters and others. So on x-axis we have given the animal name or pet names. On the y-axis we have given the pet owned by students of class 7. Alright, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 and 12. Dogs are owned by 8 students. Okay, this graph will also help you in understanding how we read the bar graph. Cats are owned by 10 students. Rabbits are owned by 2 students. Hamsters by 5 students. So we can draw it like this. And others are 3. Alright. Now the question is, which is the most popular pet? So we can see in the graph that cats are owned by 10 students. That is the maximum value of the students that own the cats, right? So for the part 1 the answer will be cats. And why is it so? Because cats are owned by maximum number of students. Next is, how many students have dogs as pet? So we can see that dogs are owned by 8 students. So the second part is dogs are owned by 8 students, right? So this was your question number 1. Let's do question number 2. So we have given a bar graph, that is years and books, number of books. On y-axis we have number of books, that is 100. This is the scale. 200, 300, 400, 500. Alright. And years are given as, in 1989 we have 1989. So this represents that this is the half. If this is half, this will be 150, right? But this marking is above the 150, so we can take it as 175. Alright. Next is year 190, and that represent 1990, and this is also above the half. This is 350 and this marking is above the 350, so we will take it as 375. Okay. Next is, this is above the 400. This marking is above the 400 and we will take it 475, right? This will be 450. Okay. Next is 1991 and this represent 275 books. 1991, 275. Why is it so? Because this marking is above the half of the marking between 200 and 300, right? Okay. Next is 1992. It represents 225. 1992, it represents 225. Next is 1993, that represent 550. Represent 550 books. Okay. Now we have some questions to solve. That is, read the bar graph which shows the number of books sold by a bookstore during 5 consecutive years and answer the following question. About how many books were sold in 1989, 1990, 1992? So in this question we have 3 answers. For the first part, we will write in 1989 we have how many books? 175. In 1990 we have 475 books. In 1992 we have 225 books sold, right? Let's do the question number 2. In which year were about 475 books sold? So we can see that 1990 is the year in which 475 books were sold. So the answer to the second part is 1990. Okay. Third part, in which year? Okay. It consists of another question, that is about 225 books. 225 books were sold in 1992. So this consists of another answer, that is 1992 also. Third part, in which year were fewer than 250 books sold? Which year consists of, which year has sold less books than 250? So this is the year in which 225 books were sold, that is less than 250. So for the third part we have the answer 1992, right? Let's do question number 4th. Can you explain how you would estimate the number of books sold in 1989? Yes, we can estimate, because I have already told you the reason why we have taken 175 in this year, because the marking is above the half of 100 and 200, right? So the answer to the question of 4th part is because the marking is above the half of 100 and 200. So we have taken 175, sorry, we have taken, yes, 175 as the reading. Okay. Let's do question number 4. These 2 graphs are based on the single bar graph. Let's do question number 4, which is based on double bar graph. So question number 4 consists of marks of 2 terms, first term and second term, and it consists of subject, right? So we will draw the graph like this. X-axis, Y-axis. On the x-axis we will write these subjects. Science and social science. Okay. On the x-axis we will write the marks. Let's take the scale of 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100 y-axis. Okay. Now as we have taken the scale of 10 marks on the y-axis, we have to write it on the right corner of the graph, that is 1 unit is equal to 10 marks. Okay. Let's draw the graph. In English, in the first term, the student takes 67 marks. So 67 marks will lie between 60 and 70 and above the half portion. So we can take it as like this. Okay. Next is Hindi, and in the second semester 70 marks. So for the second semester we can draw like this. Okay. Okay. Next Hindi 72 marks. For the first term, if I write 72, this is for just for solving the question easily, right? This is 67, this is 70. In the next term, he gets 65 marks. 65 marks. In maths, 88. In maths, 88. Let's erase. In maths, 88. Okay. And in the second semester, he scored 95 out of 100. 88 and this is 95. Next is science. In the first semester 81. So we can take it as like this, 81. In the second semester 85. Okay, 81 and 85. For social science 73. So 73 will lie here, somewhere here. Okay, and 75 in the second semester. Now let's solve the question. In which subject has the child improved his best performance the most? So we can take a glance on the bar graph to determine the improvement. So we can see that English 67, 70 improved by 3 marks. 72, 65 decreased by 7 marks. 88 and 95. 88 and 95 will 7 marks. 88 and 85 4 marks. 83. So by this calculation we have find that in the maths child has improved the most. So answer for the first part is maths. Alright. Next is, in which subject is the improvement the least? Least improvement, not the decrement. Least improvement in the which subject? That is social science. Social science. Next is, has the performance gone down in any subject? Yes, there is a subject in which the performance gone down, that is Hindi. So answer to the third part is Hindi. Alright. Rest of the question are based on these type of question. Try on your own.